Hey everyone, today I'm going to walk you through Heroic Vortex Pinnacle as a tank. So when you first come in, you're just going to have this 5-pack right ahead of you. The mobs on the side, these caster ones, they're going to just sit there and lightning bolt. So if you're a DK, you can look to grip that right away, get everything nice and grouped up. If you don't have a DK, then you can, just interrupt it with any interrupt. Get them all nice and grouped up so you can AoE them. Then you're gonna run over this bridge. You just got 2 mobs here. They really don't do a whole lot. They just die pretty quickly, so they aren't too big of a deal. And honestly, they can just be dragged into the next pack too. Our warrior had to AFK for a sec here, so I was going a little bit slower, but these lurking tempests, anytime somebody looks at them, they're gonna just deactivate. So somebody just needs to look at them at all times. Just be facing toward them. Otherwise, they just cast. So pretty easy to deal with. Just look at them if they are doing anything. These packs can do a little bit of damage. You can throw interrupts to lower the damage a bit. You can see there's like a cone of cold too, so just face away from the raid. They have a cleansable debuff too. I honestly can't remember exactly what it does, but probably just get it dispelled quickly. You can see a bit of damage here though. So these packs, I usually use some cooldowns here, and generally I don't combine the packs, especially just because there's a lot of like casters that are kind of annoying to move. But yeah, you'll just do a few packs of kind of the same thing, and then you'll run down here. You'll have a bunch of guys to AoE down, and some things you can interrupt. Kind of same deal. Then you'll head over the bridge. Yeah, more AoE guys. You can see the damage is pretty decent here, so just kind of be ready to use cooldowns if you need to. Then when you come up here, you're gonna find the first boss. Just stay out of these tornadoes. You can see here the slow they do. They do damage and slow if you get near them. This lightning bolt he's doing is interruptible, so you can get rid of that. He'll summon these lurking tempests around the room too. So when he collapses all the tornadoes in, just make sure you have an exit path where you aren't gonna, get stuck in them. But multiple lurking tempests are gonna spawn throughout the fight, so you just need somebody in the group facing each direction. So at some point our Shadow Priest, I think, asked me to look at that one. So I just like repositioned at some point. But yeah, just if you see one up, just face towards it and it'll go down. And then yeah, we're just kind of getting out each time. And that's pretty much the whole fight right there. So let's just skip ahead. So we had a bug where we were like stuck in combat. So we all teleported out and teleported back in to get rid of that. And as you can see here, just in case there will be wipes in here sometimes. So one thing to know is that right when you zone in, once you've killed the first boss, off to the left, right as you zone in, you can click this little tornado thing, and it'll take you further into the dungeon. It's like a teleport. And then once you've killed the second boss, there's going to be one on the opposite side here off screen. So that one, if you wipe later in the dungeon, that's the one you would want to click, not the one on the left, but the one on the right. So we'll come over here, we'll click it. It'll take us over to where we need to go. Just kind of waiting for the whole group to get here. And then once everybody's here, just gonna drop a D&D, group all these up. You only need to pull one side, don't pull the other one. They will drop a ground effect, so just be ready to move out of that. I think I was pretty slow to move out of this one. Yeah, you can see it right there. I'm just like chilling in it. So definitely get out way quicker than that. These assassins, they're gonna cast a shield on themselves that makes them take like way less damage. You can interrupt it, so try to do that. You can see they die really quickly, but if they get that cast off, they live a lot longer. I think it's like a 90% damage reduction. So try to do whatever you can to interrupt that. And then you can skip that dragon, just hug the little pillar there. These things need to be hit. Usually it's gonna be by a ranged attack. He like charged in and hit it like before it could knock him though. But normally if you just run in, they'll like knock you back. So you just have to hit them once to like stop their little knockback thing. Here we normally hug left. These are more of the assassin mobs. You can potentially skip them, but they got pulled, so same deal. Just try to interrupt when you can. They also put this poison on you that slows you a lot. It may stun you too if it gets some XX. I don't know if I've ever actually seen it get there though. So these are more of the guys that will drop the AoE on the ground, but this time we're fighting like, what is it, 6 of them, 8 of them? So again, just be ready on these ones to move out. That's it right there. We should be moving now, but I'm dumb, so we aren't. Oh, there's actually an assassin in here too. So that's he casted the vapor form, I think. So that's the one you want to interrupt. Now we just go up here. We're going to be on the second boss now. This guy is kind of interesting. I'll just skip forward a little bit. So he's going to have this wind blowing the entire time. And you want your back to the wind. If your back is to the wind, you'll have this green debuff, which gives you a haste buff. If your back is not to the wind, you're going to get a red debuff. That's like a haste debuff, like actual reduction. So green is good, red is bad. Just make sure your back is toward the wind. He'll cast his breath too. He's got a cast time though, so people can avoid it. These tornadoes, they were like really hard to see. I had a really bad camera angle for this. Like you can see these are not super visible, but especially when you're like actually like doing a rotation and stuff. But yeah, avoid these tornadoes. They'll knock you in the air and just generally not good, you know, to have that happen. And then the boss moves a lot. You can see here, this is what the debuff looks like where your back isn't to the wind, the red one. Here you're gonna click this, it'll take you further in. I'll go back a little bit. So when you land, there's these guys. They can be skipped with Mind Soothe, potentially even like CC. Like if you CC one of the ones on the side with like Sap or something, or Trap, you could potentially loop around there if you want to skip them, but they really aren't too bad. There's a little Sunder armor, but they should die pretty quickly before they can really do too much. Up this ramp, there's going to be like a little tornado thing that spawns, and if it touches you, it'll just make you run faster, so you don't have to like worry about like avoiding it or anything. It actually helps you. You can see there, it got close enough that we got this buff that made us run quicker. So this little lightning pyramid thing, it's gonna, I think it reduces spell damage taken while they're in it and maybe makes them immune to like CC and stuff. So anytime you're fighting those, just make sure you're not, you drag them out of that. But as you saw there, you can also just skip them. If you have a priest in your group, you can mind soothe and skip so much stuff. So I would like make sure your priest is like soothing pretty much everything, because you can skip like half this dungeon with good soothes. But yeah, just hug the wall there, and then this pack here, you don't have to fight it at all. Just hug the wall, come around the pillar here. And then these two packs, you don't actually have to fight those either. So we're gonna then loop around here. Then we'll come down here. It's good to either, you know, sap, soothe, whatever, that one. And then this one as well. Although I don't know if it was a bug that we were able to do that. That lightning shield maybe should have prevented that. I can't recall if it is supposed to prevent soothe. But yeah, you can do that little jump there. Otherwise, if that didn't work, you would just fight that pack. Make sure you pull them back with you so that they don't they aren't in the shield and they're far enough away they don't aggro the other pack. These guys do quite a bit of damage to the group, so just get in, try to AoE them down ASAP. Some group defensives can be good there. This guy, he's got a few things. So one of them, static cling, that's going to be kind of the main one. This one right here. So I completely failed there. This is not what you want to do. For static cling, you just jump like toward the end of the cast and you won't get hit by it. Otherwise, it'll put like a root on you. I think it does some damage to you. So, and then he'll occasionally cast this little lightning pyramid. And by the time it fully forms, you want to make sure you're in it, because he'll do a huge AoE that will like kill everybody. You can see there, jumped for the static cling, didn't get hit by it. He'll spawn these guys on the side too. We had a lot of damage in this group, so we kind of just ignored them. But in a lot of groups, you may want to just kill them. So you would just generally like drag the boss over to them so you can like cleave them down. But if you have enough damage, you can kind of just ignore them. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole fight. Just jump for static cling, hop into the little lightning pyramid before he casts his big AoE, and possibly deal with the ads depending on your group. That is the whole run right there. This one has a ton of potential for just skipping things. So this is one that as you practice it more and more, and especially if you have a priest that can see things for you, you can save a lot of time by just skipping basically half the dungeon. There's some skips we didn't even do in this one. I showed a few of them, but there's even more skips you could do in there. So hopefully this helps you out, and I'll have more of these videos coming out soon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.